It's Lenny Boomer, the late bloomer, coming at you with another episode of Big Time Wasted TV. And before we get started tonight, listen to me say, people have been coming up to me and they say, Lenny, you are completely out of touch. But let me just reassure my fans out there, there's still plenty of touching going on, if you know what I'm saying. Speaking of pleasing myself, it is my pleasure to introduce a fellow late bloomer and a genius of the rock and roll persuasion, Mr. Todd Morse. Come on, buddy, how are you? Great to be here, I guess. Oh, shit, I got a question for you then. All right. So, who are you? You just introduced me, you just said my name. I'm Todd Morse. Oh, I see what you're saying. What I mean is, what bands have you been in? What people know you from? Oh, well, I mean, people might know me from New York hardcore band H2O, or Juliet and the Licks with Juliette Lewis, and then I got another side project I do records with Colin McCaslin from Sum 41. It's called Operation MD, and then when I'm not doing that, for the past 9 years, I've been the touring guitarist for The Offspring. You are kidding me. You must get to party all the time. It's not like that. It's not like that. I'm married with a kid, so most of the time when I'm not doing music, I'm just having a family time. Hey man. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh God, it's the weirdest thing. People start talking about their kids and all that stuff, and I just nod right off. Always happened to me. Where were we? Let's see. So, you're putting out your first solo record at age 51. Now, why'd you wait to age 51 to put that first record out there, buddy? Well, that's a great question, Lenny. Maybe I'm just a late bloomer like you. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Like I didn't have the songwriting chops that I have now in my 20s, and I started making a living in the music business in 1997. I was already 30, but I still didn't know who I was, so I got caught up in the partying aspect of it. Just trying to be a rock star and forgetting to be an artist. I hear you, man. Because I feel like I've been in my 30s for 48 years. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Maybe you just need to find your inspiration, man. I was like super inspired by this guy, Charles Bradley, who was for 14 years he was a James Brown impersonator, and then he put out his first solo record at age 62, No Time for Dreaming, and people love it. I hope to inspire people who think it's too late or even too early to go after what they're dreaming about. I'm sure you said something good there, man. I was a little distracted. So I guess I'm the one interviewing you. Isn't that funny? Okay. Well, so there's another thing I find interesting about your release here. You're not gonna do it on a record label, sign a big fancy record deal, or do any of that fishing and streaming and iTuning. You're just doing it all yourself, man. Explain that to me. I don't even know. You're confused, man.
Whatever you guys do.
I'm just. Listen.
I got a record player.
I've already gone the traditional route for most of my career, and I realized I feel like it's isolated me from the fans. It's this direct distribution directly to fans. I have the chance to develop a relationship and actually speak to people who are buying my record. So I think that's a better way to go. It's a more honest way to reach people's ears. It's like the cyber version of selling CDs out of the back of your van.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about getting the grassroots in the back of a van. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, exactly. I got this out of the back of a van. I think you might appreciate this. Check it out. Wow.
Oh, that's cool. For you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
I like it.
So what does this late bloomer record sound like? Tell us what you sound like. Well, my sound, I'm really inspired by the band The Clash and the record London Calling, because I wanted the ability to play around with different genres. So each song kind of has its own vibe, its own genre almost. And so my record kind of plays like a playlist. My biggest inspirations are the Rolling Stones, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, The Clash. So, I mean, if you dig those bands, you're probably going to like something on my record. I hope, anyway. And,
well, you heard it here first, folks. The guy has no idea what his music sounds like. So maybe you can figure it out for him. Go to toddmorse.com, get that free download. Big Time Wasted TV. We out.